Hello friends and welcome to a brand new series. This is Rogue Legacy and this is the very first episode of what I expect to be a very entertaining journey through a castle and its preceding areas. I'm not sure exactly what we're going to get out of this one, but this is a game I've been looking forward to for quite a while by Cellar Door Games. Follows the path of a warrior or magician or various types of different RPG sort of archetypes through his family lineage as you basically keep throwing yourself at this unending quest to overcome an ancient evil or some sort of evil that's taken over this castle. And as each hero dies, you will be greeted with another hero with some randomly generated tropes to him, and then you'll be able to throw that person at him and so on and so forth down the line. Collecting and accruing treasure and building a bigger and better character will eventually, you should hopefully be able to finish the entire task at hand and come out fairly well. Just to preface this, if you want to hear in detail explanation of what this game is about, and if you want to catch my very first impressions of it, you'll want to check out my indie impressions video on this very same title. That aside though, we're actually just going to be jumping right into this game, and I will be explaining things to some degree, but I'm not going to spend an inordinate amount of time going over little smaller details. Oh, I didn't realize these... Did those do that before? I feel like they didn't. They used to just stay open, right? I don't know, I could be wrong on that. So this is the final Steam version of the game, and this should be going up day of launch. So we'll be looking at whatever changes we can find as they pertain to what was the, I think it was the beta version or preview press build version, I'm not sure what we were calling it. I feel like the stained glass is a new thing, but hopefully I'm not going to mention that too many times either. So we've got this mysterious statue or like rock outcropping here with two people locked in gaze trying to grasp each other, but there's like a water droplet between them. I don't know, it's very mysterious. I don't know much about the story, even having played this for a little while. And actually I have to say, I've played this a while. I've probably put about 3 hours into just what is a preview build, but let's just attack the king here. Just smack him in the head. And we will be dropped off at the title screen to start our legacy. I guess it bears looking through. We've got our options menu. Nothing particularly surprising or shocking here. There is a quick drop option where we can turn that on if we want to just fall through things quickly by pressing down. I don't think I need it though. So now that we've been taken away from the sepia tone world to the much more vivid world of Rogue Legacy, the colors are actually very saturated and pretty, I have to say. This is a game that I've liked pretty much every element of. I've enjoyed the gameplay itself, I've enjoyed the graphical aesthetic, the progression element. It all feels really nice. I don't know what it is, just having that be in sepia tone, when I see it in color now, it's like extremely vivid to me for some reason. So pressing up, we can read our journal. Treason. An assassin has wounded my father, the king. To bring order back to the kingdom, he has sent my siblings and I on a quest to save him. Together, we will venture into the cursed woods and enter Castle Hamson. Cursed castle has stood on the edge of the woods since time immemorial, but rumors say that within it dwells an item which will cure any ailment. Tonight, I will get a head start over my brothers and sisters and set forth on my quest while they lay asleep. To fail this quest would be an embarrassment to my name. Well, hate to break it to you, buddy, but we're gonna fail this quest a whole lot of times on our way to actually getting to anything serious. So, part of the fun here is that the castle is completely randomly generated every single time, as well as the characters that you're given and their attributes. Well, not all of their attributes are completely randomly generated, but, you know, to some degree. You're going to start out with a different character every time who has something different about them, whether that be they might have color blindness, they might have nearsightedness, they might be especially large or small, or they might be a specific type of person in regards to how they attack or what sort of a class they might come across as. So we're just going to keep making sure we grab as much gold as possible while we explore through here. Gold is what's going to allow us to buy upgrades, obviously, and stay ahead of the game. And hopefully, with a little bit of luck, I won't die instantly. But even if I do, that's not really that big of a deal, because dying is part of the progression path in this game. I'm not going to probably try to play extremely skillfully at the beginning, because honestly, you can't really do a whole lot to get particularly far. I mean, you can try your best, but you're still gonna eventually fall. Alright, so onward and upward, attacking the demon pencil sharpener. Making a decent amount of gold for a first run. I'm curious to see how they've balanced this a little bit different, because in the former, preview build or whatever we're calling it, everything was sort of balanced toward, okay, this might be no. Everything was sort of balanced toward you only being able to play around in the castle. There was nothing beyond that. So the entirety of the character building system sort of revolved around how much could you get out of... Oh, that's really funny that my guy was named Sir Lee. That is totally a random accident. I did not edit anything here. Yeah, it was all built around just being in the castle, so now that we've got more than just the castle to explore, it's going to be interesting to see how the balancing act works. So now we get to choose our heir by pressing A. So we have the choice between Sir Gans the Knave, who has dwarfism and hypergonadism, Sir Jacob the Knave with tunnel vision, and Lady Sonia the Barbarian, PAD. What is PAD? Oh, peripheral arterial disease, no foot pulse, and is gay. Alright. I don't think I've seen the PAD trait before. I'm kind of curious what that means. Also noting that they have different special abilities or different spells. Sir Gans has a quantum translocator, which pressing B drops and teleports you to your shadow. Sir Jacob has a dagger, and Lady Sonia also has a dagger. I'm kind of curious what this PAD, peripheral arterial disease, actually means as it pertains to playing the game. Alright, so now we get to actually start expanding our castle, but the first thing we really have to do, because there aren't any options yet, is we have to spend 50 gold to unlock a smithy. And if you're familiar with something like the game 10 Million, this will come across pretty easily as, how the progression mechanic works. The blacksmith can build the finest equipment in the world, turning you into a veritably virtuous, violent villain vaporizer. It is very alliteratorily... I don't know, amazing. Gathering blueprints will give him an even wider array of assorted armaments for your armory. This is a lot of A words. It's positively ascendant, I don't know. So we can spend 60 more gold to unlock a health up, or we can spend 60 more gold to unlock a mana up. I tend to always pick the health up characters, or the more beefy tank-like characters, so we will go in that direction for now. That will also unlock another trait. Turn your knights into paladins, ferocious forefront fighter. So once I press A to unlock this one, we will now have another class that will appear, as well as yet another aspect of the tower will show up. So we can now promote our knights into paladins. Through rigorous training, paladins have learned how to block blows from any direction. Brilliant! So equip up for 80 gold. I can equip, carry more, because there's actually a weight mechanic, sort of like in, any of the Elder Scrolls games, where if you carry too much you become over-encumbered. I'm not sure how exactly that manifests, whether or not you simply can't pick up anything more, or maybe you just become slow or something. I don't know, maybe we'll see how that goes soon enough. Maybe you can help me. I used to be the greatest blacksmith in all the lands, but one day the monsters of this castle attacked my smithy and stole all my blueprints. Without those blueprints, I can only make cutlery and stuff. Please bring back any blueprints you find, and I can build the most amazing equipment ever! At a price, of course. So, we've got only a couple options here. Well, maybe one option, even. We can unlock a squire's sword for 250 gold. We can unlock a squire helm for 150 gold. No blueprints there. 200 for that. What did that say? Squire limbs? So yeah, I can't really do anything with my 70 gold, which is a little unfortunate, because every time you start a new run, although you do get to keep your progress from previous runs, such as your level, you do not actually get to keep your gold until later anyway, if that is still in the game. So if we talk to Charon here, one must pay the toll. We have to give all the money, which will re-roll the castle, start us anew, and we have to just see how we do. Later on, though, we can unlock a character who's going to let us sort of lock down the castle. If we had a particularly good run, we can try and capitalize on that to hopefully get a little better progress next time. So let's see, are there new journals? No, it's just the one. I have to find new journals as we go. We can see, of course, there's a map here, which I sort of neglected to look at before. Towers on top, castles in the left middle, forest to the right, and dungeon at the bottom. And then we've got all of these various boss door unlock item area things to find. And once we get all of those, I assume we will be allowed access to whatever is in that room. Sounds a little daunting to me, but we'll try our best. At the beginning, taking hits is like, basically, you're not going to last long at all. As you saw the first time there, I did not last for more than a few minutes. As you get further in, though, you know, unlocking more and more health, getting more gold. If you have a particularly good run, you can jump quite a few levels in one go, especially at the start of the game. I'm not sure to what degree grinding becomes an element later on, but I guess we will see ourselves. Oh, okay, I guess the PAD or whatever it was called, the peripheral arterial disease, means that I can't activate these traps, or maybe it is for a different reason, I'm not sure. What I do know, though, is I seem to be moonwalking if I attack and move backward at the same time. Now, let's see if we can clear this room out, get all the gold out of it if possible. Oh, alright, we've got a little bit of a trap here. I'm going to have to run past it. It didn't really work very well. Kind of glad that I don't have to worry about the spike traps here, because that could be a bit of a disaster for me. Not doing particularly well in terms of gold yet. I mean, 200 is nothing to sneeze at, but at the same time, it's not going to last me very long. And, oh man, that was terrible. Alright, Lady Sonia, I'm sorry. I wish we did better for your name. So, I guess we have another 3 to choose from here. Lady Chun-Li has a sweet beard, who is a mage. Lady Lisa has gigantism, and Lady Blair, barbarian. Here can take a beating. I always kind of like the barbarians. They seem to do pretty well for me, although obviously not so far. We got a paladin class, though, who has a shield, which is kind of nice. And a masterful spellcaster. Every kill gives you mana. Oh, and OCD, must clear house, break stuff to restore MP. It's really interesting, the little twists that can happen based on these little perks, or like anti-perks, I'm not sure what you want to call those. But it's cool to see how it makes you play the game a little bit differently as you progress. So what would I want to do at this point? I guess I could try and spend a little bit of this money on the blacksmith, grab a little bit of better armor. Right, this was $250, so I still can't afford that. I can, however, buy a squire helm. Gives me a nice health and mana bonus, but adds to my weight. I think that's probably a good idea to do that. I'll get a slightly different looking helm. And I'm curious to see how the different armors and stuff look. I only was able to get like the first set in the original few runs that I played. Oh, I didn't mean to go to the teleporter. That is going to be handy later on, though. And there was a chicken leg. I probably should have left that, or at least seen if I can leave that for later. Right now I don't do a ton of damage either, so a lot of the times when I fight enemies I'm going to end up taking a shot by accident. Alright, let's keep getting chicken legs then. I guess that works. Oh, wow. Walked right into that missile. Is a little bit of a travesty there. I think we can do better. Have to wait for my, you know, decent play moments to kick in. Right now, we're not there yet. Oh, we got a picture frame, I think, that's going to come out and attack me, Castlevania style. That is another thing I haven't mentioned. Of course, the references in this game, definitely it reminds me a lot of Castlevania, which is, you know, one of my favorite series. And the fact that it's an endlessly regenerating roguelike experience, roguelike-ish experience, the whole permadeath element and all that, I think that's a really great thing, and I think this is the type of game that could last a very, very long time. But we will be experimenting with the longevity of this firsthand. Oh, what did we find? A blueprint for a squire chestplate. Excellent, excellent. And if it is something within my control, I would like to play through this game 100% on this Let's Play. At least to the end of the game, probably maxing out my stats, or at least getting as much of that as I can. This chest seems to be locked away in the wall here. We're going to have to find a way to get through that. There are occasionally secrets, you know, little moments where you might have the ability to just walk through a wall or something. I guess this is going to teleport me somewhere? I'm not sure where that just took me. Oh, okay, a completely disconnected room. Seems neat, I guess. Let's remember that in the future. So red teleporter means watch out. You don't know where you're going to end up. Alright, so far so decidedly average. I do want to keep the episodes not on the short side, but, you know, not particularly long also, because I have a feeling with the way that I tend to get very addicted to this game, if I don't cut myself off after a reasonably short time, I'm going to end up just sort of playing this for 2 hours, and that's not exactly conducive for a good Let's Play, or conducive to a good Let's Play. So this is a new experience here. We've got a objective chest, a fairy chest, And what I have to do to get this fairy chest is not fight anyone, and that means I have to be very defensive and very selective in how I choose to move through this environment, because if I choose to engage one of these guys, I'm going to miss out on my chance for whatever's in here. I've got a Grace Rune for Sword, which is an excellent thing to have. I don't remember which one this is, possibly Dash, but we'll see on the next equip run. Now that I've gotten it, though, I'm free to do as I please. In fact, fighting may even be encouraged here, since it might drop quite a bit of gold, but I don't want to get hit with those spike balls, obviously. I'm pretty sure one of those is going to take me out. Alright, got a little bit of gold there. Not too much. I'm not sure what's under me. Well, it doesn't matter now, because I'm dead. Lady Blair has been slain by a Spike Tor. If you're having trouble with the boss, try using different runes. So getting a rune is kind of a big deal. Those are what allows you to augment your character with some better abilities, such as things like double jump. And there are some certain areas where that's going to be pretty much required to have something like that. So we've got a paladin, a tank, and another tank. Energetic with scythes. Daggers, ectomorph for skinny, every hit sends you flying, energetic, you move faster. This seems like a better trait to have, so I'm going to choose this one in particular. We've got 410 gold. I'm going to forego upgrading my castle, which I'm going to be doing seriously pretty soon, but I want to see what I can do about this whole thing. I haven't actually gotten the lady that lets me use runes, so right now that's kind of not the most useful. But I do want to kind of upgrade my damage if possible. But now that I think about it, getting the runes on my character is going to be really integral. No, thinking about it again, I do kind of want a better sword to start. I think I'll make the runes the priority for the next round. And having some armor wouldn't be bad either. Actually, that might be even the better choice here, because 350 to unlock, I get to use more of my gold that way. Leaves me with 60 left. I don't think that's going to be enough to buy anything, so I guess... Oh wow, I can run really fast and jump quite far here. I guess then we will wrap it up for this rather short introductory episode. I think this has been a nice, quick flavor of what Rogue Legacy is about. And I do hope that you guys will support this Let's Play. I'd love to hear if you're enjoying it. Please do let me know in the comments what you're thinking. If you choose to, of course, leaving likes always helps me out, but that is entirely up to you. If you'd like to see more of this content, please do stay tuned. I do intend to be recording quite a few of these episodes coming up, so I imagine it probably won't be more than a day or two between episodes. If that, I might even do these daily, but I'm not sure yet. Depends on my upload schedule and how much I can get done, depending on my personal schedule as well. So please do let me know what you think, and thank you so much for watching, guys. I will see you next time.